T-Rex vs. Triceratops vs. Pterodactyl? Who would win in a battle? In a world ruled by giants, three titans once dominated the land and sky. The mighty T-Rex, the armored Triceratops, and the soaring Pterodactyl, each a master of its own domain. But what if these three ancient beasts were to face off in one epic prehistoric battle? Imagine the Earth 66 million years ago, deep in the Late Cretaceous period. Volcanoes rumbled, the air was thick with heat, and survival meant only one thing: kill or be killed. In this unforgiving world, power, armor, and flight would collide. Today, we'll dive into the ultimate dinosaur showdown. Could the T-Rex's bone-crushing bite overpower Triceratops' deadly horns? Or would the pterodactyl use aerial strategy to dominate from above? Stay with us until the end to find out who truly reigns. Supreme Man Dan T, forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more prehistoric battles. Let's begin with the king of the land, the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Standing nearly 12 meters long and weighing over 8 tons, it was a walking fortress of muscle and bone. Every step it took made the ground tremble beneath its claws. The T-Rex had one of the most powerful bites in Earth's history. With a bite force reaching over 12,000 pounds per square inch, it could crush bones and tear through flesh with terrifying ease. Its serrated teeth worked like saw blades, slicing through anything in its path. But despite its ferocity, T-Rex was more than a brute. It was smart, with keen eyesight, a sharp sense of smell, and a large brain for its size. It could stalk, strategize, and strike at the perfect moment. It wasn't just a predator, it was a calculated hunter. Next, we meet the tank of the dinosaur world, the Triceratops. This three-horned herbivore was no easy target. It could grow up to 9 meters long and weigh as much as a small truck. Its massive frill and sharp horns made it a living shield. The Triceratops' horns were deadly weapons. The two long ones above its eyes could reach nearly a meter in length, capable of impaling even a T-Rex if aimed right.
Ow.
Combined with its muscular neck, this herbivore could fight like a warrior. Its frill wasn't just for protection, it also intimidated rivals and predators. The Triceratops could charge at 30 kilometers per hour, using momentum and muscle to deliver devastating blows. Against the T-Rex, it had the perfect defense and offense combination. And now, from above, comes the Pterodactyl, the aerial master of the prehistoric sky. Though not a dinosaur but a flying reptile, it was a force of nature in its own right. With wingspans reaching up to 10 meters, it ruled the air like a silent predator. The pterodactyl's advantage was speed and precision. Its lightweight bones and aerodynamic body allowed it to swoop down, strike, and escape before ground predators could react. It was the embodiment of agility in a world of giants. Its long beak and sharp claws could tear at flesh, steal prey, and even deliver fast hit-and-run attacks. While it couldn't overpower a T-Rex or Triceratops, it could certainly frustrate and weaken them from the sky. Let's imagine the battlefield. A vast open plain, surrounded by volcanic cliffs, rivers cutting through the land, and a blood-red sunset painting the sky. The T-Rex roams below, searching for its next meal. In the distance, a herd of Triceratops grazes peacefully, unaware of the danger creeping closer. Above them, a lone pterodactyl glides effortlessly, watching everything with cold, calculating eyes. The stage is set for the clash of giants. The T-Rex spots movement and lowers its head, stalking closer. The Triceratops senses danger and snorts, stamping the ground. Dust swirls as tension builds between predator and prey. The pterodactyl screeches from above, circling the scene. It's not part of the fight yet, but it's waiting for the right moment. Perhaps it's planning to scavenge whatever remains after the battle. The T-Rex charges first, its thunderous roar shaking the earth. The Triceratops responds with a roar of its own, lowering its massive head and pointing its horns forward, like lances. They collide with incredible force. The impact sends vibrations through the ground, echoing across the valley. The T-Rex snaps its jaws, trying to grab the Triceratops' neck, but its frill deflects the bite. The Triceratops thrusts its horns upward, slashing the T-Rex's chest. Blood sprays, but the predator doesn't stop at counters with a powerful tail strike, knocking the Triceratops slightly off balance. High above, the pterodactyl dives, sensing opportunity. It swoops down and scratches the T-Rex's wounded side, forcing the beast to roar in fury. The aerial assault is annoying, but effective. It distracts the predator for a brief moment. The Triceratops seizes the opening and charges again, ramming its horn deep into the T-Rex's flank. The king of dinosaurs roars in pain, but clamps its massive jaws around the Triceratops's neck. The struggle is brutal. Dust, blood, and cries of rage fill the air. The pterodactyl circles above, waiting for whichever beast falls first. It's a vulture in a battle of titans. With one last surge of power, the T-Rex pushes forward, forcing the Triceratops to the ground. But the herbivore's horn remains embedded in the predator's side, delivering one final wound even in defeat. The T-Rex limps, bleeding heavily, but victorious. Its breathing is ragged. Its victory came at a cost. The pterodactyl lands nearby, eyes glinting with hunger, waiting for its share of the carcass. As the T-Rex lowers its head to feed, the pterodactyl strikes swift and merciless. It pecks at the wound, stealing scraps, forcing the T-Rex to snap at it in anger. The battle is over, but survival continues. In this prehistoric triangle, each creature had its own strength. The T-Rex had unmatched power and ferocity. Triceratops had armor and courage. The pterodactyl had speed and cunning. Each was dominant in its own realm. If this battle were to happen in reality, scientists suggest the Triceratops could hold its own against a T-Rex, especially in defense. However, once caught or flipped, it would stand little chance. The pterodactyl would never directly attack such massive beasts. It would wait until the fight was over. Its survival came from patience, not power. That's what made it so successful in its environment. So, who's the real winner? In raw strength, T-Rex reigns supreme. In defense, Triceratops dominates. But in survival and adaptation, the pterodactyl takes the crown. Nature creates no losers, only survivors. The T-Rex might rule the land, but it couldn't fly. The pterodactyl might rule the sky, but it couldn't face winds. And the Triceratops might defend the ground, but it couldn't hunt. Each had its own kingdom to command. This imagined clash reminds us of how beautifully diverse prehistoric life was. Its power, strategy, and adaptation all coexisted in a fragile balance. Every creature had a purpose in this ancient ecosystem. When we think of these battles, we're not just imagining monsters fighting, we're witnessing the drama of evolution. The T-Rex, Triceratops, and pterodactyl weren't rivals by nature. They were masterpieces of survival. Even millions of years later, they continue to inspire awe. Their fossils tell stories of strength, resilience, and the raw beauty of life's endless struggle. The Earth remembers their roars, their wings, their battles. So in the end, the question isn't who would win, it's who would endure. The answer? They all did, in their own way. For millions of years, who do you think would win this epic three-way battle? The king of the land, the armored warrior, or the lord of the skies? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more legendary dinosaur showdowns. Till next time, keep your eyes on the sky, your feet on the ground, and your imagination in the age of dinosaurs.